Part 1. 3 unforeseen events that leave us powerless at 60. At the age of 60, as we officially enter our senior years, we can peacefully enjoy life and leave behind the worries and ambitions of youth. However, life is unpredictable, and there are certain unforeseen events that can make us feel trapped, helpless, and miserable. Here are 3 situations that can make us feel the most unfortunate if we encounter them in our later years. 1. Illness. In every person's life, nothing is more important than being healthy. Health is our greatest asset. No matter how much wealth we have, it is meaningless without good health. Therefore, taking care of our health is crucial. If we neglect our health, we risk facing the pain of illness as we age beyond 60. This doesn't just affect us, it also burdens our families. Prolonged illness can lead to frustration and neglect from others. Even our children may avoid us. Before 60, we might believe in our resilience, thinking a cold can be cured with water or a severe illness with a good sleep. But after 60, we realize the importance of self-care. At this age, conditions like high blood pressure and high blood sugar often appear uninvited. Yet we shouldn't let illness take away our passion for life or the ability to enjoy the world's beauty. If we bow down to illness, we lose the opportunity to proactively change our reality. Birth, aging, illness, and death are phases everyone goes through, but we don't have to lose every battle. Complaining and blaming others won't help. Therefore, taking good care of our health is the key to happiness for ourselves and our loved ones. 2. Losing a life partner. In old age, everyone longs for companionship. Having a partner to share a peaceful, simple life is a dream for many. Losing a partner at this stage makes loneliness more apparent. No one to share with, no one to nag, no one to care about, leaving life feeling incredibly solitary. Even with children and grandchildren, nothing can replace the role and position of a life partner after 60. This person might be unpredictable but understands and cares for us the most. Therefore, while we are still together, we must cherish and appreciate each other, rely on, and take care of one another. 3. Unfilial children. Parents sacrifice more than half of their lives in hardship for their children. In their senior years, parents hope for their children's care, attention, and kindness. Unfortunately, not all children behave appropriately and respectfully towards their parents. After 60, perhaps the greatest tragedy for people is having unfilial children, especially those who lack love and gratitude. Even when their parents are old, they continue to exploit and depend on them, sometimes even forcing them to bear their debts. At this stage in life, as we go over the hill, it might be wise to let children manage their own lives. Particularly with unfilial children, those who don't strive for improvement, we shouldn't easily leave everything to them, as this could lead to a painful remaining life for ourselves. When there is no reliance on children, people over 60 must depend on themselves. As we age, our children mature, have their own families, and face responsibilities. To maintain harmony, we shouldn't interfere too much in their personal lives. It's important to balance our focus between family and ourselves. If we devote all our time to one person, it creates pressure for us and suffocation for them. When we drive a car, there are still people riding motorbikes. When we ride a motorbike, there are still people walking. When we walk, some people are using a cane. When we use a cane, there are those who have lost their legs. And when we have lost our legs, some have even lost their lives. Yesterday has become the past, and tomorrow is unpredictable. Keep yourself in a good mood, which can be achieved through a strong inner self and a deep soul. Money and material possessions are never the ultimate goal, but more is not always better. Do not sacrifice the happiness and integrity you possess for material things. In old age, sitting down to enjoy a simple meal with someone you love is true happiness. Therefore, do not let the final years of life be consumed by a blind pursuit of money and material desires. At that time, money, status, career, and fame are less important than a simple yet meaningful life. Whether you are a high-ranking official or a common person, we all eventually return to dust. Perhaps you haven't become an official, but you have certainly lived as a human. You may have little money, but your inner self is surely rich. With a heart full of gratitude, peace, and tolerance toward others, we naturally attract harmony, empathy, trust, and mutual appreciation. This connection will grow stronger over time. It is not until we reach the age of 60 that we gradually understand these principles, realizing that life is like a journey where the destination is not of concern. What matters are the sights along the way and the emotions they evoke. Life is short, and whether it's filled with suffering or joy, there is no need for regret. Whether you are happy or not, there's no need for disappointment. Overcoming challenges is commendable, failing is merely an experience. Life is short, and as long as you live wholeheartedly, there's no need for regret or remorse. At this moment, you can find the ideal state of life. There are many things in life that cannot be predicted. Only by trying your best to handle the present moment and living in the now can you find the best way to live. This is the attitude life should have. Living in the present prevents you from being dragged back by the past or worrying about the future. Only in this way can you find the ideal state of life. Therefore, from this moment on, plan for the rest of your life. The remaining time is not abundant, so live your elderly years well, so that when you reach the end of the road, there will be no regrets. Part 2. In middle age, value 5 people and take 3 things lightly. Dear everyone, entering middle age is a time when people carry heavy burdens and face great pressures. It is evident that most people devote all their mental and physical energy to their family, wholeheartedly focusing on work. As we enter middle age, constantly busy people often leave early and return home late, looking up at the sky only to find it dark. Each day passes quickly, and matters of livelihood weigh heavily on the mind. Exhausted mentally, we don't know who to confide in, and even when physically tired, we may not dare to rest. At this stage, to live a life with less worry and more peace and serenity, ignore what is not worth your attention and refrain from unnecessary involvement. Reaching middle age, achieving this will make life feel lighter, accumulating blessings for oneself. Let's listen and reflect together. First, 5 people to value. 1. Parents. The immense merits of parents in giving birth and nurturing us are like towering mountains and vast oceans. Therefore, no matter how busy or tired you are, don't forget to care for and be grateful to your parents. A family is often likened to an ancient tree. Grandparents are the roots, parents are the branches and leaves, and children are the fruits. Only when the roots are truly strong can the branches be lush, providing the nutrients for the fruits to be delicious. When the fruits are sweet and ripe, as children, how can we disregard the great merit of our parents? Those who value their parents will never forget their roots. Filial children never forget the kindness of life. In this way, they will accumulate virtues for themselves and their descendants. 2. Children. Children are the continuation of our lives. Having children helps us understand the meaning of life being passed from one generation to the next. Raising children is like nurturing a tree. When new branches sprout, old leaves must fall. The more branches and leaves, the lusher the tree, thanks to its deep roots in the ground. Children teach us what selfless love is. As the saying goes, parents always wish for a bright future for their children. All parents worry about their children's success. Children are a source of life, and their growth is the joy of parents. So why wouldn't parents cherish and value their children? 3. Spouse. In this world, the person who stays with us the longest is neither our parents nor our children, but our spouse. Parents brought us into this world and loved us unconditionally, but there will come a day when they grow old, fall ill, and eventually leave us. No matter how close we are to our children, they cannot stay by our side forever. They will grow up, start their own families, and become busy with their lives. Siblings, despite being blood-related, cannot be with you every day. These loved ones can only accompany you for part of life's journey. For the rest of the journey, The only person who can be with you until the end is your spouse. A lifetime of love, arguments, and compromise defines the marital relationship. In this world, marriage is the longest-lasting bond between people. With your partner's help, you can overcome life's ups and downs and experience its sweetness and romance, writing a simple yet happy story. 4. Teachers. Teachers may seem ordinary, but they have played a significant role in our lives. They not only provide basic life knowledge, but also help us enhance our understanding. Beyond imparting knowledge, they are the first to shape and refine our character, helping us become useful members of society. Thanks to the enlightenment of teachers, our lives become better. In this sense, everyone should not forget their teachers. 5. Friends. As the saying goes, gold is easy to find, but a true friend is hard to come by. With true friends, we don't need to pretend or act. In times of difficulty and adversity, friends are there to help and support us. Finding such friends is fate, and we must cherish it. Second, 3 things to take lightly. 1. Overemphasizing money. Don't overvalue money or be overly calculating. Money is an external possession. You can't take it with you when you die. If someone needs your help, assisting them wholeheartedly can be a joy. If spending money can bring health and happiness, why not do it? Spending money helps you understand that it can be earned and spent. Use it to help yourself and others. 2. Other people's opinions. Live the way you want, even if it's a little crazy. Don't place too much importance on others' opinions. This is your life, your decisions, and your choices. Others may judge, but you shouldn't care. Only you can define yourself, so let them gossip if they wish. If you focus too much on others' words, you'll live their life, not yours. Instead of pleasing others, focus on being good to yourself first. Don't force or blame yourself. Show patience and kindness to those you love the most. 3. Gains and losses. Life is like a journey, and gains and losses depend on fate. Our presence in this world seems like an experience. Constantly calculating gains and losses only makes us more tired. Of the 10 things in life, 8 or 9 may not go as planned. If we focus only on losses, we won't have time to appreciate the good things. Regretting what we lost or didn't achieve doesn't change the past. Instead, embrace and appreciate what we have, striving to minimize future disappointments. Less complaining and blaming, more tranquility and indifference to fame and fortune make life much easier. Life is a gift. Use this limited gift wisely so that our presence in this world is not in vain. Dear friends, to continue the program, please listen to 9 Buddhist teachings to overcome life's difficulties. Life presents many challenges requiring us to make choices and decisions. In the face of these choices and difficulties, how do we make the right decision? Consider the following 9 Buddhist teachings. 1. Should you pursue what you've lost? In reality, when you lose something, it's because it never truly belonged to you. Therefore, don't regret or pursue it. 2. How to live more comfortably when life feels overwhelming. Life feels overwhelming partly due to life itself, but mainly due to our desires and complaints. 3. How should we hold on to the past and present? Don't let yesterday occupy too much of today. 4. How should we treat ourselves and others? Treat yourself well, as life is short, and having a human life is precious. Treat others even better, as connections in this life may not occur in the next. 5. What is polite explanation? When explaining something, remember that apology is a form of sincerity, unrelated to one's demeanor or pride. By giving sincerity, you will eventually receive it. 6. How to balance joy and sorrow. Each person has only one heart, divided into the left and right sides. One side is home to joy and happiness, the other to sorrow and suffering. Therefore, don't be overly joyful or laugh too loudly, lest you awaken sorrow. 7. Don't underestimate or overestimate yourself. As long as your feet are on the ground, Don't be too reckless or underestimate yourself. As long as we live on this earth, don't see yourself as too significant. 8. Can love be diminished by time? Love can make people forget time, but time can also make people forget love. 9. Cherish every meeting. Two people who love each other but can't be together will not stay together. Life seems long, but it is too short. Cherish every meeting. Broadly speaking, cherish every meeting with loved ones and friends, as life is not eternal. Part 3. Don't miss these 5 things until it's too late. Time, once it slips away, leaves us with regrets. We regret not living fully in the present, not cherishing our loved ones enough. So to avoid missing out on important things before it's too late, make sure to hold on to these 5 key aspects of life every moment. 1. Health is more important than money. This is a familiar notion, yet it bears repeating. Health is number 1, everything else is secondary. We all understand this principle, but few manage to live by it. In the first half of our lives, we often sacrifice our health for wealth. In the latter half, we use that wealth to regain our health. We pursue what we call success by indulging in late-night parties or working long hours without regard for time. This lifestyle leaves many of us feeling exhausted, drained, and burdened with illnesses before we even reach old age. Once we are sick, we spare no expense on supplements and miracle cures to maintain our health, which is a common story for many. Ultimately, we realize that health maintained by supplements cannot be as strong and robust as the natural vitality given to us. Life sustained by machines and medication is not flexible and doesn't allow us to enjoy the happy moments in life. Of course, we must strive to fulfill our responsibilities at work, in our families, and in society. However, we also need to remember to know when to stop. We can try our best, but we shouldn't exhaust our precious life force chasing after fleeting illusions. 2. Parents are more important than bosses. There is a touching article titled "Treat Your Parents Like You Treat Your Boss," which left me feeling very heartbroken after reading it. This statement is a harsh truth. We should ask ourselves if the words we have used to offend our parents are ones we would dare say to our boss. Have we ever treated our parents with the same respect we give our superiors? In this world, the only people who treat us unconditionally well are our parents. Parents not only give us boundless love but also provide for our lives without holding back. They always hope for the best for their beloved children without expecting anything in return. They only feel at ease when they see their children sleeping peacefully or happy in their own homes. We cannot take these things for granted and fail to repay them. We must always remember that there is a place called home and a pain known as wishing to care for my parents, but they cannot wait. We should treat our parents, who gave us life, with the same respect and care as we do our superiors. 3. The person in front of you is more important than the dream lover. I once watched an interview with a famous actress and model. When the host asked her what she would do if 500 men wanted to marry her, she simply smiled and replied, which earned her a round of applause. You shouldn't love someone who is thousands of miles away. Cherish the person who is right next to you. Love the one who can walk with you on life's journey. Treat the person you love as a treasure. Value the one who belongs to you. They are the number one, the one who truly belongs to you. Indeed, no matter how beautiful or glamorous another woman is, she can only have children and care for another man. No matter how handsome another man is, he can only come home to be with another woman. The person who brings you medicine when you're sick, the one you can lean on as you both grow old, is the one right in front of you. 4. Educating your children is more important than social engagements. Many people reach the peak of fame in society, but never pay attention to their children at home. Instead, they spend their earnings on various extracurricular activities for their children. A lifetime of hard work is all about finding the right job for their child. As the saying goes, when you choose to venture into the world to make money while educating your children, the money you saved over a lifetime might vanish in just a year. But if you choose to educate and be with your children, they might earn in a year what you couldn't imagine in a lifetime. You reap what you sow. The time to effectively educate your children is too short. If you miss it, the opportunity will never return. Raising well-educated children and helping them become capable is more reliable than leaving them a mountain of gold and silver. It's more practical than shielding them throughout their lives. 5. The present is more important than the future. When we were students, we thought, I'll be fine once I start working. When we just started working, we thought, I'll be fine once I get married. After getting married, we thought, I'll be fine once I have children. When we had children, we thought, I'll be fine once they grow up. But when the children grew up, we thought, I'll be fine once I retire. When we retire, we think, I'll be fine once I see my grandchildren born. In this way, we spend our entire lives realizing that we have too many wishes from youth to old age, but never actually fulfill them. We often wait for tomorrow, thinking that conditions will be better then, opportunities will be more abundant, and we'll be closer to our dreams. But we don't realize that tomorrow brings many tasks we need to accomplish. In reality, the only day we can truly grasp is today. Living in the present, enjoying the present, is the most correct way to live. Because if each day passes with happiness and joy, life will be filled with joy. Life is short, like a flower that blooms in the morning and fades in the evening. Therefore, cherish what you have and treasure the loved ones around you, so that when your hair turns gray or you return to the earth, you will feel at peace and have no regrets.
If you find these stories inspiring and they motivate you to take action, please comment 9. If not, comment 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Thank you for your valuable time.